In this edition of Admin's Hangouts, we are hanging out with Seyi, an executive level management support professional turned marketing specialist with over 9 years experience supporting CEOs across different industries, including management consulting, insurance, and oil and gas. Currently, he works in an oil and gas company where he has been promoted to the position of senior commercial executive after delivering exceptional results as an executive assistant. He is a graduate of accounting with a Post Graduate Diploma in business management and a master's degree in industrial relations. Let's delve right into the conversation. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. See you at the other side. Excited to be hanging out with Seyi Abiodun. Hardly do we see our male counterparts in the profession. And so I believe today's episode is going to be a very interesting one. So stay tuned and follow me as I chat with Seyi. Hello, Seyi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon,
Hello.
Baker. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Welcome to Admin's Hangout. I'm super excited today that you've joined us.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just delve in right away. I hope I got your name correct. It's Seyi, right? I know the long form is Oluwa Seyi.
Okay.
Am I mistaken?
Okay. I totally understand. So it's actually is a Nigerian name that might be a bit difficult for you to pronounce. It's actually Oluwa Seyi.
See that?
So it's actually Seyi Abiodun.
Okay.
Seyi is translated God has done this.
Oh,
so God has done this.
Wonderful. Wow,
right.
Wow.
And Abiodun, my surname, is a child that is born during the festive period. So that's actually my father's name. So my father was born in December during Christmas. So that's why my name is Seyi Abiodun.
Wow, wonderful. Good to know. I've learned something new today. Oluwa Seyi. Yes, I can pronounce it. Yeah, I can pronounce it.
Yes,
anyway.
you can.
So, Seyi, please walk us through your career journey, how you started and where you are now. If you could just walk us through the journey. How was the journey like?
Okay, thank you. Just like every other person, working as an EA wasn't planned. It wasn't like what I planned for, right? Most people and most of my colleagues share the same story, whereas we just stumbled into that role, so we're not prepared for it. So I went to university like every other person. I studied accounting in university.
Wow.
And then after my degree, I did my master's. My master's was in industrial relations, right? So my first job after NYSC, that is the national service. So after coming back from national service, it was just one of my mentors. I just said, oh, come and work with me as my assistant. And then you also do a bit of marketing. So I was an EA stroke marketer for her. So that was my journey into the assistance world. This was in 2009. That was when I started out as an assistant. And from then, after I got a job in an insurance company, still as an EA to the chairman of the company, one of the biggest insurance companies in Nigeria. And after then, I moved on to fashion, right? I work for a fashion designer who is also undoubtedly one of the best in Africa. So after working with her for like 2 to 3 years, I moved on to an oil and gas firm. Where I've been working. It's called the IBILE Oil and Gas. It's one of the leading oil and gas firms in Nigeria. So I was the EA to the MD up until last December. So I was moved now. So I've left after working for as an EA for close to 11 years. So I was finally moved into another role. So I currently work as the senior commercial executive.
Wow.
So I lead a team of about 15 salespeople. They report directly to me. And that's the journey. That's the journey from an EA now to a marketing specialist.
Wow. Interesting. Wow. What a journey. What a journey. So from now, so what do you do with your accounting now?
Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore.
Along the line, did you do some marketing courses?
Well, not really, but then because I think I used to have like a personal interest in marketing, even along the line. So I guess that my boss sensed that. The boss I currently work with was my move to marketing wasn't planned. We're just doing our normal goal setting for the year. And when we're doing our goal setting in December, she just asked me, what's your aspiration? What do you really want? And then from the tone of the conversation, she realized that this guy is much more passionate about marketing than he is about being an EA. And then I was at that point where I really wanted to move to something else. Because sometimes being an EA is overly exciting. Yeah. Right? Don't get me wrong. But then I used to say there are two categories of EAs in the marketplace. There are those that we call lifers, LIFERS. They are there, they get the job of assistant, and they remain there till they retire. Right? While there are other people that use that role as a means to an end. Right? They get the job, they work at it for a while, and then they transition into something else. And the good thing about being an EA is you do a lot of things. So as an EA, I was involved in marketing, I was involved in sales, I was involved in HR, I was involved in accounting, I was involved in everything around a business because you're working with the CEO. So you literally do everything the CEO does. So because of that, that opened me up to endless possibilities. I'm able to see, okay, then if I need to specialize, where can I specialize? Where are the bulk of my skills that I cannot develop myself in that regard? So that's it.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing it with us. Because I know it's not easy for EAs to transition into sales or marketing. It's not common. Usually, if an EA wants to transition, it's either into HR or something else. But marketing, this is the first time I'm hearing this. Thank you very much. Okay. So how was your experience as a male executive assistant, in a profession that is dominated by females, if I say women? How was the experience like?
Well, if you ask me, I know that it's basically female dominated, but the statistics are actually changing because in Nigeria alone, in OPA, that's the organization that I founded, we have close to 120 to 130 members now. Registered and membership. I'm talking about members that pay annual dues.
Wow.
Because we run like a professional organization. Right? So we have people that pay membership dues. We have about 120 to 125. I don't have the actual number now. We have a registrar. Wow. Right? Our registrar keep those statistics. Right. So out of those 120 people, I can say that we have close to 55 males.
Really?
Yes. So we have quite a number of EAs that are males in Nigeria. I don't know how it works in Ghana, but in Nigeria, that is the truth. We have quite a number of people on this other end of EAs. But then, what people think is a female is female dominated is because because one of the top skills that you must have as an EA is ability to plan. And the truth is, women are better planners than men. So because women are better planners, so you tend to see more of them. A lot of male executives will prefer. But then another trend I noticed is that a lot of female executives now prefer to have male assistants.
Interesting. Wow.
Yes, a lot of female executives, because there's this friction that happens when female and female work together. So a lot of them say, I don't want a situation where someone will be giving me excuses, because the truth is, you must, if you are going to work with a lady, right, you must be accommodating. Because there are times she will take days off work. If she's married, there are times she wants to close early. Unlike you're a man,
Yeah.
If you're a man now, I've worked with a boss where, you know, the way it works for us is most of us don't even leave the office until our boss is close.
Wow.
Yes, that's how it works. So, and most of these CEOs don't leave the office until like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
11 p.m.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of EAs staying in the office 11 p.m. So by the time you have to be the first to resume. So this your boss will resume early, but you have to resume early. So you are back home at 11 p.m. to be back to the office at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people even prefer male because for males really, this sort of living, actually they can easily adjust. Unlike females, because of the responsibility, where the family responsibility, the personal responsibility, and things are really changing.
Yeah.
So things are changing.
Yeah. In fact, things have really changed because I mean, when you go back into history, in fact, the EA role was actually played by male until I think when the World War started and the men had to go to war and the women stayed behind. So then by the time they came back, the women have occupied most of their places, you know. So I'm happy to hear that it's coming back. Men are becoming, I mean, embracing this profession and getting into it. It's possible that we may also have a lot of males being executive assistants in Ghana, because I had worked with one person like that before in one organization. Yes, the EA to the country director was a male, and I admire him so much. Yes, and I learned a lot from him. So it's possible. It's just that maybe we've created that impression that women are more in the profession than men. And I'm happy to hear that you have a lot of male members in OPA. In fact, in our network, we don't have many males. We are also over 100, but I think we have 4 or 5 males. It's possible that the males are shy to join the group, if I should put it that way, because they think the women are more in the group. So it's possible. Anyway, we are hoping that we will have more males joining us. Okay, let me move on to my next question. So what did you find most challenging about the role?
One of the most challenging things to me is that you lose yourself. This is, unlike other roles within the company, the role of an EA is typically working towards the success of another person.
Yes.
So as it were, you have no name. You literally lose yourself. You lose your identity. You lose your own goals. You lose your own vision to embrace the vision of another person. Yeah. So and that for me takes a lot of strength and humility. Yeah. So if you're not humble enough, right, to embrace the person's goal as your own goal, because unlike as an accountant, right, all you're going to be judged by in appraisal time is, did the book balance? Did the company make profit? And all that. But your own metrics is going to be based on how successful the person you are supporting is.
Yes.
So that is a very great challenge. So the first thing that you need to do is you now need to understand, how does the person work? And I'm going to share a practical example.
Okay.
I've worked with close to 7 CEOs in the course of my career working as an EA. And what I realized is what works for Mr. A
over the period of how many years?
Over the period of my 10 years.
Okay.
In my current company alone, because my current company is government owned.
Okay.
Right. And you know, when something is government owned, it's politics, it's political in nature. Yes. So they tend to change. So in this my current company, where I've only stayed for 4 years, I've had 3 CEOs.
Wow.
Within 4 years. So that amplified the number of CEOs that I've supported in the course of my career. So what I realized is what works for Mr. A doesn't work for Mr. B. And that is where the challenge of EAs come from. Because now you must be perfectly aligned to your boss. Yeah. Right? You must like I put out a post some time ago that unlike other posts within the organization, that of an EA, you must like your boss.
Yeah.
Like means that you must love the company. You must love the working relationship. That is how to be successful in this role, right?
Yeah.
Other roles within the company, you don't have to have any relationship with your boss. But this one is pivoted, is built on relationship.
Yeah.
You have to be successful as your relationship with your boss before the works in your hands can become successful. Yeah. So that is the challenge with being an EA.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yes, I think that is one of the challenges that EA faces, especially when you are in an organization where they keep changing the person that you are supporting, because it usually takes a long time for you to get to know your boss,
Certainly.
you know, to understand their working style, for you to be able to know how to work with them. So if there's this, if they keep changing, then obviously you will find that very challenging, because as you said, they all have different working styles, different temperaments, and they do their things differently. So you just have to know each person by the way they work. Okay, so moving on, can you share with us what you found exciting about the role?
Okay, one of the things that I find exciting about it is the respect you get from your peers.
Yeah.
Right? As an EA, it is a prestigious role. In terms of the there is a whole lot of prestige attached to the role. They give you the respect that they give to your boss, especially when they know that you have a cordial relationship with your boss. People don't want to offend you. Do you understand? Do you know that even people that are management staff, I'm talking about the senior executives within the company, they respect me a lot because they know that you are someone they will always come to for one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So for that alone, the way they carry me, the way they put me, the way they talk to me respectfully. So, and you also have that opportunity to work with everyone, every senior officers that people are afraid of. You know, you just walk up to them. You can even just pick up your phone and just call them. So that alone, for me, it makes me happy on the job.
I totally agree with you on this one. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, when they see you even coming to their office, they are ready for you. Wanting to know why you are coming there, because they know obviously you might be carrying some news from the big man. So I mean, they give you the attention that you need. I've seen that a couple of times. I walked into somebody's office, and I mean, sometimes it's not my boss who has sent me to the office, but I mean, they are all alert, waiting to hear what I have to tell them. Anyway, okay, my next question. Please share with us a day that you saved a day in the office. I mean, a day where if you hadn't performed magic, things would have gone badly.
Okay, one of the days that would readily come to mind didn't happen in the office.
Okay.
Right? It happened out of office, but then he saved the day. My boss was supposed to attend the meeting. Was supposed to attend a very important meeting in Abuja. Okay. Our company is in Lagos. Abuja is just about 45 minutes travel time in terms of flight. We are flying from Lagos to Abuja, it's about 45 minutes, 1 hour. Okay. But something happened. She was late for the flight. Okay. Right? And she was about to miss the flight. So they had even closed the check-in before she could get there. So now, as an EA, I don't know what our bosses think. Maybe they just think you're a magician, or you can guess is they just tell you things that they themselves know that is not possible. My boss just called me that day that Seyi, I'm almost missing my flight. That flight must not go until I enter the flight. I'm like, I don't understand. Why am I in Nigeria? Who am I to make that happen? But the truth is, if you don't challenge yourself, you wouldn't even know what is possible. I tell you for sure that flight was actually delayed by another 1 hour for her.
Wow. Yes. How did you do that?
That flight was delayed. Okay. So there's this saying that you only need, whoever it is you want to meet in the world, you're only 4 people away from them.
Wow.
Whoever it is you want to meet in the world, you're only 4 people away from them. So you need to know someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows that person.
Great.
Right? So what I needed to do was to get to the management of that airline. Good enough was a Nigerian airline. I'm only going to mention their name for security reasons.
Of course.
Right? So all I needed to do was get someone that knows someone that works in the airline. And I just called. so person is my boss, and my boss happens to also be one of the highly placed person. She has booked a business class, one of their regular customers. I just gave all these strong reasons, blah blah blah, this and that. I know that you guys, and I found that actually they do these things from time to time. All this, when they delay flight and they will just give people reasons. They won't say why. It might be because of somebody, it might be because of weather, it might be for different reasons. But I tell you that the flight was delayed for an extra hour for her to get on the flight. So for me, that was one of the biggest things that I can't forget.
Seriously, that is massive. I wonder how you had the courage to even do that. Interesting, as you're saying. I mean, I'm reflecting, and I mean, sometimes you are at the airport and the flight is delayed, and you are wondering what is it. I didn't know this could be one of the reasons. Wow, interesting. I thank you for sharing this with me. In fact, the ERO can be something.
Yes.
Okay, so now that you've shared a day where you saved the day with us, can you also tell us a day where you made an error at work? I know we all do.
The truth is, there are days that you always make mistakes, right? And I think one of the mistakes that would readily come to mind is that role of gatekeeper. You know that as an EA, you're supposed to prevent who to come in and who not to come in. You know, I think one of such days, one person that is my boss's friend, right? That comes in every time, you know, that my boss doesn't complain. But just seem like everything is about mood. Do you understand? So I'm in the mood for interaction now. And she had told me that morning that, oh, I don't want anybody to disturb me for so number of hours because I want to work on something, right? And the guy came as usual, right? I was trying to, and that person we had become like, you know, that kind of thing where you don't even bother stopping him anymore. So that morning I tried to, madam said this, and they say, okay, I should just leave him, just walked in. My boss was angry that day. Like, I almost got fired. It looks very simple. It looks very simple, but I almost got fired for that. So I just needed to now understand how, because this is my boss. We've worked together for a while. I know how to now pacify her. How to, but the truth is, for the rest of that day, anything that you now do, you're in trouble. Anything you do right, you're in trouble. Anything you don't do right, you're in trouble. So just and as an you cannot avoid your boss. A lot of people, like people in the company, when they want to see madam, they ask me, how is madam's mood? Is it a good time to see her? Is it not a good time? You know, but they can escape. Do you understand? Oh, it's not a good time. They can go back to their office and not come again. But you cannot. Because whether you like it or not, madam is angry, she's not angry. You have to interact with her that day. So but for the rest of that day, my day was messed up. You know, I thought I was going to lose my job. Like, she gave me a query. Like, I've done things that are more grievous than this. I didn't even get this. So, but I just learned with time to know how they feel and how to pacify them when you mess up or when you fumble sometimes. Yes.
Wow. I can imagine how you felt on that day. And I'm even wondering how you would have stopped the friend from coming to visit her, because I mean, there's somebody who usually comes and she's okay with them.
That is it.
It can be hard sometimes. Anyway, okay. So my next question is borders around OPA. OPA is it Organization for Professional? I'm trying to get the name right. Assistants, right?
Organization of Professional Assistants.
Professional Assistants. So tell us a bit about it. How did you start it and how is it doing now? Okay,
thank you. In 2016, thereabout, or 2017, I just wanted that support group, because the truth is, it's only people that have been EAs that can actually know what you are feeling, that can help you solve your problem. I've attended so many trainings, but most of those trainings would not be helpful in the long run.
Yeah.
Because those people themselves were just guessing. They're just second guessing of, okay, this is what an EA should be. This is what your response should be when this kind of thing comes up. So I realized that it takes people that are in the same role to understand what I'm feeling and to give quality and qualitative advice per time. So what I did was I just called one or two of my friends. I think we should start something like this, a network. Let's just start as 2 or 3 people, right? So it was just myself and 3 of my friends. We started, and then with time, but we're deliberate about it. We started inviting people. We go on LinkedIn. We give ourselves targets. So we go on LinkedIn. We look for people that are EAs, and then we start inviting them to the network. We tell them, okay, this and so and so. And before you know it, we grew to about 40 or 45.
Okay.
And then at that point, we said, okay, why not make it formal?
Yeah.
Right? So we incorporated, we registered it. It's a registered organization, right, with the government. And I wanted to become chartered.
Okay.
Right? But then we realized that to become a chartered organization, it's a constitutional requirement.
Yeah.
You need to get a member of the house to sponsor a bill. So that's such a long process. So what can we do in the interim is to register as incorporated trustee.
Great.
So registered as with the Corporate Affairs Commission. That's a non-profit. So registered, and then we started inviting people, and we've grown. So what are the programs that we have from time to time? Apart from our WhatsApp group, which is a very vibrant community. My WhatsApp group is a group where when I need anything, when anybody needs anything, they just drop it on the group. Does anyone know where I can get this? Does anyone have an advice? This just happened with my boss now. I have this situation. I need advice. So, and then people just answer, pam, pam, at the snap of their fingers. So that's what the WhatsApp community does. Then we have regular trainings on WhatsApp. We have virtual trainings. We have physical trainings. We have international collaboration. For instance, with executive secretary now. You know executive secretary?
Yeah,
so
I do.
We are registered under them.
Oh, okay.
So registered as, we're recognized as one of the bodies of EAs in Nigeria.
Yes.
Right?
I think I've seen that on their platform. I've seen
on their website.
Yeah, on their website, yeah.
So, and then we're also registered with a couple of other professional bodies out of the country. Right? So because we run trainings, certifications, and all those things for our members. So that's what OPA does, and that's what it is.
Excellent. Great job. I share in that story very much. I remember when I started my career as an EA, that was one thing that was lacking in Ghana. In fact, I really struggled. And as you are saying, I wanted training, but I go to these trainings and I realized that, I mean, as you are saying, the people are just imagining things, saying things they haven't experienced before. So it makes it really hard for you to follow them, for you to even understand what they are talking about. I was looking out for support, a support group where I can, I mean, share my challenges and get answers to them. But I wasn't getting that kind of support group. So I also started the Network for Administrative Professionals of Ghana. In fact, we started as Resilient and Effective Admin Professionals of Ghana. But at the time when we were registering, realized the name is just too long. So the short form of that name is REAP, Resilient and Effective Admin Professionals. So, and then now we've changed it to the Network. I'm coming. I'll be with you soon, okay? I'm coming, okay? Sorry about that. I'm back.
No problem.
So as I was saying, we decided to, because I mean, at a point, pronouncing the name became too long. We just decided that to change the name to the Network of Administrative Professionals of Ghana. when we went to register the group. So we are also a non-profit, just like OPA. And now that I know you, I believe there are things that we can do together. Because for me, I believe in collaboration, you know. You have a group in Nigeria, we are also in Ghana. There's so much that we can learn from each other. There's so much that we can do with each other. Because in West Africa especially, I don't see the associations or network of admins thriving like in other countries. True, yes, true. That is my perception. I might be wrong. So, because I've seen the Kenyans doing theirs, I've seen the South Africans doing theirs, but when it comes to West Africa in particular, you don't really see us out there that much. So I was really happy when I saw OPA, and I'm happy to hear the story around it. I don't know, but your last virtual meeting I joined, I participated, and I was really, I did. And I was happy to be there. So why not? I mean, anytime you have an event, if you want to send us an invitation, I will gladly share it on my our platform, and anybody who wants to join. Since we don't need to travel to Nigeria, we can sit at our home.
Again, no, we don't need to travel again.
Yeah, can sit at our home and then follow you guys and learn from you too. Yeah. So, and when we are also having events, why not? I'll also send you an invitation. If you share with your members and they want to follow us, fine. So we'll talk more about how we can collaborate. Okay.
Definitely.
Great. So I think I've come to my last but one question. What advice do you have for an aspiring assistant, somebody who wants to go into this profession?
All right, the first thing is you really need to be deliberate, right? You need to be deliberate about your decision. So it's a role that will take everything from you. So you must be willing to lose, like I said before, you must be willing to lose yourself. So if you're still about yourself, it's like the story Jesus shared, that if any man is willing to come to me, he must deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me. It's the same thing. So you must forget yourself and you know that it is about the master. It's about the boss himself. It's a life of service. So if you're not ready for that, right, it's better you pursue other courses, right? So if you're not ready to do total submission, because that is how you can be successful.
Yeah.
You must be willing to give your all.
Yeah.
It's been proven, right, that assistants, good assistants, contribute not less than 45% to their boss's productivity at work. Right?
Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
The minimum. So up to 45%. So your boss's target needs not less than 45 input from you for him to reach his goal. So for you to do this, you must be willing to give all of yourself. Within the time that you've chosen to be in the role. So that's my advice for them.
Thank you very much, and I'm happy you shared that seriously, because some of us forget that, in fact, in the role that we find ourselves, we need to deny ourselves.
I'll tell you.
We need to deny ourselves. When you bring yourself in, that's when you start having challenges and problems, and then you start complaining about your boss, because as you're saying, but I mean, once you put in your head that you have to deny yourself, also, I think it will be easy for you to cope with certain kind of situation that comes our way.
Definitely.
Anyway, so what's your take on the future for this role? Because some people are speculating that if we are not careful, the EA role in the near future may no longer exist, you know, because of AI and technology and all that. What is your take on it?
Okay, for me, I don't think the role will go extinct, right? So there will always be need for people. Machine can never be as smart. Machine can never fully take over the role of human beings. So there will still be human beings that will operate the machine. So the way machines work is you need to do the work in terms of the brain work. Give machines thrive based on instructions. So you give machine a set of instructions for it to act on. So there's still human beings that will do this.
Of course.
Right. So, but what all EAs need to do is there are relevant skills that they need to now have for the future. So EA or AI is not something to run away from. It is something to embrace. It is something that will make the job of EAs easy. So rather than bother myself with keeping dates on my head, I can simply use a tool that will help me remember the dates.
Of course.
Rather than take time. I just found out recently that when you're at the meeting, you don't even have to type anymore. There's a tool on Microsoft that once you just press a function, open a page, press a function, whatever is being said, the thing write out itself.
Yes.
So it just literally transcribes itself. So what EAs need to know, or what they need to do, the EA of the future, is to embrace AI, embrace technology, because that is what will help us become effective at the role. So I don't think AI would ever take over the role, but I think AI will be a great complementary tool.
Absolutely. Yes.
For effectiveness in the role of assistant. That's what I think.
Yes. I think so too. I totally agree with you on that. I think so too. There are a lot of tools that are coming up that I also believe that if assistants make use of them, it will make them more efficient in their role. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so we've come to the end of our chat today, and I want you to tell us how we can connect with you and even find out more about OPA.
Okay. My name is Seyi Abiodun. You can simply, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on all the social media platforms that you can think of. And the good thing is, it's simply Seyi the Assistant.
Oh,
that is my name on Instagram.
Okay.
Seyi DE Assistant. Everything has one word.
Okay.
Right? For OPA, we have a website, www.opa.org.ng.
Okay.
You can send us an email. You can send me an email, seyi.abiodun@opa.org.ng. And you can also send me a message on LinkedIn. My full name is Seyi Abiodun on LinkedIn. So those are the channels that you can reach me. You can contact OPA.
Thank you very much, Seyi. I know you are very active on LinkedIn, so I will recommend LinkedIn to anyone who wants to connect with you, because that's where we met actually. So you are very active there. Thank you so much, Seyi, for today, for sharing with us all this interesting wisdom nuggets and for spending your time with us actually. And I have to say thank you to you because when I approached you to interview you, in fact, when you responded, I was even surprised. I'm like, wow. It's actually, I don't know if I was expecting a no, but when you said yes, I said, oh, this guy is very open, and it's not easy. I mean, getting people who are open-minded like you. So when I meet people like you, I'm so excited. And thank you very much for doing this for my group, and I believe it's not going to end here. We'll see what we can, what ways we can collaborate and then work together, because I think it's a good thing for your group to be there, and then we be in Ghana. Who knows? You might organize an event and we might all travel to Lagos.
That's what I was about to say. That I think I miss Ghana. The last time I was in Ghana was 2019. I miss Bangkok. So I look
really?
To, yes, I was in Accra.
You come to visit here?
Yes, the last time I was in Ghana was 2019. I was there for a 3-week training.
Okay.
I was in Gimpa.
Oh, wonderful! Wow.
So I was in Gimpa for 3 weeks. So I look forward to coming again. So I have a lot of friends in Ghana. They want me to come. So but for COVID, I would have come last year.
Okay.
So maybe this year, just prepare my banku and keep it for me.
No problem. No problem. Just let me know when you are coming.
Definitely.
I haven't actually spent time in Nigeria before. I think the first time I visited Nigeria, I was just doing a transit. And you can't believe it. I was just transiting from Nigeria to Senegal. only to go and collect a visa for my boss. Because we're having a hard time getting that visa in Ghana here. So I had to go to Senegal for that visa. So I just came to Lagos to transit. Anyway, I remember that day I came to work and I didn't even know I was traveling. So when that challenge...
It happens that way for years, though. It happens. Yeah. There are times that it's from work, I will call them at home that I'm on my way to Abuja now, my way to this now.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
All right, Leka, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we'll keep in touch, okay?